Well, hello there, friends. It's still summer and I'm hot and I love to eat ice cream. So today I made a Rocky Road ice cream. Delicious with a marshmallow and the nuts and the chocolate chip. It's fantastic. I'm going to show you how to make it. Really, really simple, friends. Remember now, if you like the video, I'm ready to eat. Thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. I'm glad you're here, friends. Stay tuned. We're going to make Rocky Road ice cream right now. Okay, my friends, let me show you how to make it. It's delicious. Very simple. We're gonna, I got some cream and milk. I got 1.5 cup of cream and 1.5 cup of milk that are getting to the boiling point any second. So we're gonna prepare some ingredient and then we're gonna mix it with the egg. I'm gonna show you. So I got 3 whole egg and 2 yolk. I got 1/2 cup of sugar. And I got 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. The cocoa powder, my friends, I have a little bit of vanilla salt. Say vanilla. Who's got vanilla salt? I got it. Vanilla salt. I love vanilla salt. You know, vanilla salt just use regular salt, but it's really nice in baking. You're gonna put salt in there. Why do I put salt in ice cream? Well, friends, you're not gonna test the salt. The salt is just there to wake up the ingredients. Make sure when you mix this cocoa powder thing, you do it slowly, friends. Otherwise, you're gonna have. Did I tell you I strained my cocoa powder before? You know, when you buy, there's tendency of sticking together. So I strain. I put a strainer, and like I do powdered sugar. Same deal with the cocoa powder. So I mix it up until I have a nice paste right there. And then what I'm gonna do, as soon as I get a paste here, see, I do it very slowly. As soon as I get a paste, I'm going to take some of that hot milk right there, as soon as it comes to a boil, almost, anyway, and I'm going to temper those eggs. So I'm going to introduce heat to it slowly. And right here, my friends, I got 8 ounces of chocolate, real chocolate. I'm using a 85%. It's really, really beautiful chocolate. When you buy, higher the percentage of cocoa or butter and less sugar you're gonna have. So your chocolate at 85% is a little bitter. That's why you gotta put the sugar in there, okay? Otherwise it's gonna be really, really bitter. And then, now you can put more sugar if you want, but I like it. See, right here I got my paste. So now as soon as this is boiling, friends, we're gonna put it in here and we're gonna introduce that heat slowly to the egg, because if I go fast, then I'm gonna have a scrambled eggs, and I don't want to do that. See, it's almost at the boiling point. So we're gonna introduce it slowly. You see, this is like when you do any custard. You know, if I'm making a crème anglaise, or if I'm making a crème pâtissière, anything, or custard, just custard. Making a crème brûlée, you want to do this. You're making crème caramel, you want to do this. You introduce the heat slowly to the egg, otherwise you got scrambled eggs. It's not complicated. You know, nothing we do is complicated. When you understand the why are we doing this? Oh, this is why we're doing it. We're doing it slowly because then otherwise we have scrambled eggs. You know, none of it is complicated. Cooking is not complicated. People make it more complicated than what it is. You know, I remember when I did my apprenticeship like 50-some years ago. Yeah, more than 50 years ago. When we were asking chefs, you know, some of them were really good, but some of the chefs, you know, we were working with, hey, chef, why am I doing this? Because I'm telling you to do it. That's why I go do it. But we never got an answer, so we just did it, you know. And after being yelled at 20 times, quit asking questions, do your job, you just did your job. You just, and you did it because you were supposed to. So look, guys, now my eggs are now tempered. I am now gonna cook them, you see? And believe me, sometimes I try to take shortcut, friends. I try to take shortcut, but shortcut doesn't work. I try one day, I say, you know what? I don't need to cook the egg as much. I'm just gonna pour them, temper them, and they'll be perfectly fine. Well, And they went. They have to be cooked, my friend. Did I put the vanilla yet? I don't think so. I didn't put the vanilla, see? They're keeping an eye on me. Look, a little bit of vanilla. Ooh, a little bit of vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Did I tell you the measurement? I think I tell you the measurement of everything. So I got 8 ounces of chocolate right here, friends. And what we're going to do now, I'm very, very low heat, because remember I was already at the boiling point. I need to cook this very slowly until all the chocolate is melted, and until I get to a temperature of 180 degrees. All right? So I'm at 150 now. I need to get 180, and you'll see by the time you get to 180, this will have thickened. It'll be like not a thick custard, but it'll be thicker, much thicker than this, all right? So I'm going to do it slowly. I'm going to melt the chocolate, and when you do this, friends, stay right here, please. Don't go anywhere, okay? It doesn't take that long. I just want you to stay here, because if you don't, the chocolate's going to fall on the bottom, and it's going to attach in the bottom, okay? So you really, really have to stay here. And the minute you're 180 degrees, boom, you stop. What am I going to stop? I'm going to put it in this bowl right there. Then already got a piece of custard in there. And it's on an ice bath. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to wait forever. This is only going to take 20 minutes. But if I don't have the time, what I do is I take this custard, I put it on a bowl, I put a plastic film on top of it, and I put it in the refrigerator for 4 or 5 hours. That's how long it's going to take to cool. It has to be 40 degrees or colder before I put it in the ice cream maker. All right? So I'm going to continue doing this, friends, and I'll see you in a few minutes when it's 180 degrees and the custard is thickening. Okay? It won't take that long. It'll take maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Okay? I'll be back in a minute. Okay, friends. Well, look. See how thick it is? Turn the heat off. Now, the whole time, friends, I don't stop the whole time. You're here. You got to mix it. You got to get to 180, okay? When you're at 180, you know you're in good shape. All right? Don't skip that, because it's very important. Now, at this point, friends, you certainly don't need to do this. But because I like everything to be perfect, the best possible way, I am going to strain it. Okay? And like I said, you don't have to do this. I'm putting a strainer in it. And I'm going to pass it through the strainer. This is in case you overcook a couple of pieces of eggs. You know, sometime in the bottom, the chocolate it sticks in the bottom a little bit. You got to be careful the whole time. That's why I say mix, mix, mix. And you see right here, it's very thick. It's very thick. And now what we're going to do, we're going to strain it. And this will capture any of the egg that may have overcooked. And right there, my friend, you have yourself a ready-made ice cream. Is going to be smooth as silk. The thickness of it, the consistency of it, to me, is everything. Remember, texture, the conductor of flavor. So now look, my friends, I have it on an ice bath. Now at this point, it's very important, then again, we pay attention to what's happening. We're going to change the temperature from boiling to 40-degree temperature. And the only way that's going to happen is if I put it in an ice bath and I mix it for the next 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes is not going to get the right temperature, but it's going to avoid making a crust, a skin. You know, when you have hot milk and you leave it like that, you get a skin, right? Well, if you put it on if you mix it, you're not going to get a skin. And by the time it gets cool enough, then it's not going to make a skin anymore. So for the first 5 minutes, you do this. Now, if you don't have time to do this and you want to go faster, take a plastic, make sure you clean it up really good like this. Put a plastic wrap on top of it, not on top of the bowl, on top of the actual ice cream, and leave it in the fridge for 5, 6 hours, 8 hours, however long it takes to get it to 40 degrees. The fact that I have it on an ice bath right now, it's not going to take very long at all. It's probably going to take about 20, 25 minutes. And you see I have a bowl, little smaller bowl, and I'm holding those two, so no chance of water getting into it. Okay? All right, my friends, so I'm going to get this to 40-degree temperature, then it'll be thick enough, and it'll be cold enough for my ice cream maker to make it perfectly. And then I'm going to show you my trick to make the Rocky Road ice cream in a whole different level. I promise you, you're not going to be able to buy that. You're going to have to make it next time you want it because it's so delicious. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, friends, look at this. Almost like an ice cream. So now look, friends. We're going to put it in. Oh, I got to tell you about this ice cream maker. This is the less expensive ice cream maker than Cuisinart. Somewhere, I think I paid around $80, $80, $90, something like that. If you make ice cream, it's a must. If you don't, what you have to do, you have to put this in a freezer, friends, and every 10 minutes, mix it. 10 minutes, mix it. 10 minutes, mix it in a freezer. Otherwise, you're going to have crystallization. You're not going to have a smooth, creamy ice cream. This makes a smooth, creamy ice cream, but it keeps mixing it, so no crystallization. So we're going to put the mixture in here. It's 40 degrees, 45 degrees right now, and we're going to put it in here. And you see it thick already as it is. And the bowl, then I just put stuff in it. Now I can't show you, but I am going to show you in a minute. Just give me 1 second. There's a bowl, then you put it in your freezer. Now, I was watching a year or two ago when I was, because in a restaurant we had a commercial Italian making machine, a huge machine with a compressor and all that. But I was looking for stuff that you guys could use at home, machines that you guys could use at home. And I watched a lot of different reviews of expensive machine and less expensive machine, and I found this to be the most reasonable machine. It's really simple. There's the bowl. This is right there. This bowl comes in with the machine. You got to keep this in your freezer, okay? And it's got to be hot as a rock. There's some liquid in there that becomes hot as a rock. If you take the thing out of the bowl out of the freezer and you shake this and you hear liquid, it's not cold enough. It has to be solid as a rock. This is the secret. This has to be solid as a rock, and the butter you're putting in has to be around 40, 50 degree maximum, okay? Then you put this thing in there right there, and then you put this cover right there on top of it, and very fancy, turn it on. Makes a terrible noise. Don't worry. This is gonna go on for about 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. If you went at the right temperature, 15, 20 minutes should be more than enough. And then what I like to do in my Rocky Road ice cream is put a little Baileys in there. Now, if you're making it for kids, my mom used to say, put extra booze for them, they go to sleep early. But I'm not going to promote drinking now. But Baileys in Rocky Road ice cream makes it to the whole new level. Don't put too much, just put a little bit, okay? You can also put Grand Marnier in there, and orange zest. You can put a bunch of stuff. It's going to take a little while for the alcohol that it's not happy with it, but it's going to get to it eventually. And because right now it just blocked it, but it's going to be fine. We're going to let it run. We're going to let it run for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we're going to put some chocolate chip. We're going to put some marshmallows. We're going to put some walnut or pecan chopped up and almonds, sliver almond. We'll be back in a minute when it's nice and mixed up together, okay? Okay, friends, it's been about 15 minutes. It's about 9, 10 degrees now. And this is now where I want to put my chocolate chips. You don't have to put as much. You can put less, you can put more, it's up to you. Chopped pecan. You should take your time, do it, a little bit at a time. Your machine is not gonna like it. It's gonna make some funny sound. But such is life. See? It's not liking it. And then a little bit of marshmallows. Again, you put as much or as little as you want, friends. I'm gonna mix this up for a couple of minutes to make sure it's really well mixed. And then I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna put it in a 2-quart container that I have with a cover on it. And I'm gonna freeze it. Because right now it's still gonna be soft ice cream. So I'm gonna take it out of there, put it in here, and then I come back and I'll do a nice serving. and we can enjoy it together. Maybe with a little more Baileys. Okay, friends. Well, you may have to leave it in a freezer for a few hours because you see it was still kind of like a liquid. I mean, not liquid, but soft. It's not easy to take it off. I think Jack was recording while I was taking it off, friends. It's not easy to take it off. You gotta, and you have to hurry. You have to hurry because if you wait too long, then the ice cream is going to melt to a point where when it put it in the freezer, it's going to crystallize. So it's very important to do it kind of fast. You know, don't like, oh, take my time, you know, move. And then put it in a container like I did right there. And you want to put a plastic film on top, friends, you see? Because the plastic film is, again, going to help you avoiding of crystallization. And so we're going to take this out. And then what I do, I just I put my ice cream scoop in the hot water, and then I get a nice scoop of it right there, and then I like to put a little bit of the nuts on top, you know, the walnut, the pecan, whatever ice cream, whatever nuts I'm putting in there, and a little bit of almonds in there. And then since it's this kind of ice cream, put a little marshmallow in there, and then I eat it. And you know what? This is one of those videos where I'm actually not going to burn myself. Thank goodness. Mmm. 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 Friends, if you like chocolate, it's amazing. It's much richer, the one you make, than the one you buy. Mm. I hope you all try it. It's worth the doing, my friend. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends. I'm going to eat that whole thing now. Well, at least I'm going to eat this one. I don't know about eating the rest of it, but this is delicious.